Hey guys, welcome back to Contest Prep University. I'm Joe Klemczewski with Adam Atkinson, episode 2, Creating the Perfect Calorie Deficit. Adam went through his thought process in determining what he would do for me. And as I said, I'm going to grade him on the air as I would a National Academy of Metabolic Science student. So he said 185 grams of protein because that's my body weight, 270-ish on carbs, 60 grams of fat. And he's been doing this a long time. He did that right off the top of his head. And that came out to 2,360 calories. Now, he does have a little bit of information from me because he's known me for a long time and he's heard me talk about my metabolism and body type. And 2,360 calories right now would be a pretty good calorie deficit. I'm probably averaging around 2,600 calories because my body weight is a little bit heavier than normal and I'm still doing some pretty intense cardio, really good heavy training. So I'm going to give you an A on what you came up with for the calories. And now let's break down the macronutrients a little bit. But before I do that, do you have anything that you want to add or change to your initial protocol?
You know, I think my protein probably is a little high, to be honest. And I think that would probably be one of the first things that I would be changing as we go down the road. So, but again, it is just a transition phase. So we even know as coaches that this always needs tweaking and it's not going to be perfect. So I think I find a lot of coaches, once they set that protein variable, like it never changes. And
Right.
I'm actually, that might be one of the first things I change for a lot of my people, unless I feel like I just absolutely nailed it, you know?
So one of the first things that we do teach in NAMS is you know, first of all, the average male metabolism is about 1,650 calories, average female 1,350. That's basal metabolic rate. We still have to add in for training, and that's average. So that's 18 years old to 80 years old. And so, you know, you could definitely assume that I have a little bit higher standard as an athlete. But it's also a shortcut. We took some of the current and even standard traditional calorie formulas out there. A lot of formulas out there. You know, Benedict Harris or Harris-Benedict equations and things like that, the modified ones. There are so many out there. But if you just take somebody's body weight times 10, so for me, 185 pounds, so it'd be 1,850 calories, that can be a really good marker of where somebody's metabolism is. And I tend to say that that's good as an upper level, because if you look at my healthy estimated goal weight of maybe 155, 160, let's say 160, you could say, okay, there's 1,600 calories on the low end, 1,850 on the high end. Somewhere in there could be a really good basal metabolic, you know, rate. And then we'd have to add for whatever we need to add for training, maybe decrease a little bit for the calorie deficit. So I think you did a really good job, especially with your nuanced answer that this is the transition phase. So my metabolism is still screaming high from being in an off season, actually for 16 years now. But you know, there's no metabolic adaptation or suppression going on. So this is going to definitely get us into that flow. The other thing that I would comment on is that when you look at the RDA for protein, you know, 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight, you would definitely see that 2 times the RDA for me, which is what most science agencies say is really the best target, would be around 120, 125. Up to 3 times the RDA has been shown to have some value for some people. And I think I would qualify as a physique athlete training hard in a calorie deficit. So you've got me close to that 3 times level. And like you said, that gives you a little cushion. So I would give you 100% on your case studies so far, Adam, with those caveats in terms of saying, okay, you're at the high end, you've read the client the right way. And to me, that's the best thought process to go through. So you know that it's safe, you know that it's going to be effective, but you still have room to adjust as the client data, the results start rolling in. So what would you say to finish up this segment?
Not a whole lot, to be honest. Just know that changes can always be made on a weekly basis. And, you know, with our approach, and meaning Dr. Joe and ours, you're not just stuck with a diet. It's a dynamic process. So when Joe would send me back his feedback, this is a time where weekly we might adjust or tweak things as we go.
Well, I now have my marching orders from Coach Adam Atkinson. I know exactly what my diet's going to be starting tomorrow. So you guys stay tuned. We're going to get into some of the details as we talk about the perfect calorie deficit moving forward in the series.